How's it going, guys? We are back for another video. Today we're going to be looking over mega-absol in the competitive draft league format. This is usually a tier 1 mega, sometimes dips down into a tier 2 mega. A dark type that is a fast offensive threat. It boasts a 150 attack, a 115 special attack, and a 115 speed, making it a seemingly powerful offensive combo. It also gets magic bounce, so it'll be able to bounce back will-o-wisps, toxics, hazards. I guess it can technically bounce back roars and whirlwinds. So we're going to actually go over to our stat distribution for our team builders. Usually when I'm nicknaming the Pokemon, I will like to focus on some emo bands. My personal favorite is Silverstein, but we're going to show some love to Alisana. So the first thing I want to focus on is speed, because speed creeping is essential in most drafts, or most competitive builds. And 115 is a very common speed tier. You'll see that mons like Chinchino and Sneasel are drafted every single draft, and they are also 115 base speed, so they are going to be speed tying with this and can beat it with a tail slap and a low kick respectively. So we're going to want to make sure we speed tie them. So we're going to add a 252 and a plus speed nature. The minus speed does not matter. For this specific build, we're going to be focusing on the physical attack. So we want to make sure that we have enough power to break through all the things that we want to break through. So I'm just going to put this in our special attack. We don't really need it right now. And I want to make sure that I maximize the attack output, so I'm going to put this at 252. And finally, we have 4 EVs left. And so we have 2 different options. We can put it at defense or special defense. It only has 60 base in both of them, so it doesn't really matter. It's going to die either way. So we're just going to put in that, maybe in case there's a burned Mach Punch from a Machop or something, and maybe it won't get one hit KO'd. And now we're going to go into the move pool. First thing I want to say is 150 does seem very enticing for the base attack, but it's often not as high as we want it to be, so we're going to add a Swords Dance. If we're focusing on a special variant, we can look at Calm Mind as a setup option. You would have to get to +2 to actually do the same amount of damage. As a Swords Dance, you would also get the defense, so maybe you could live a Mach Punch or a Vacuum Wave from a negative special attack Lucario in that situation. Usually 115 isn't the fastest speed tier that you'll hit in a draft league, or your opponent will. So we want to have a way to be able to hit mons that are faster, and usually those are more offensive threats, so they will be attacking as well. So we're going to add Sucker Punch. It does add that stab to it, the Dark Stab, but 70 base power isn't enough, as we saw that Sucker Punch did get a nerf in the past gen. So we want another Dark type to make sure that we can actually punch through slower, bulkier members of the opposing team. So we're going to add Knockoff. This is also very good because it gets rid of the item if you're going to do something a little bit earlier. And finally, we need some way to break down some of its checks, which are either bulky water type or a bulky steel type. Because this is a physical build and the only way for Absol to hit a bulky water type is Thunderbolt, we're actually going to be focusing on the steel types and relying on other team members to hit those water types. So we're going to be adding Superpower to this mix. So hopefully we have our water type eliminated before we use the set. And I think that's going to be about all I'm going to go into team building for this mon. So we're going to go in here and we're actually going to import and export it. I'm going to copy it. I'm actually going to add it to a text file, just to make sure that in case my computer crashes, I am able to save it. So we're just going to copy and paste it here, and want to make sure save as, and we're going to deposit in my documents. We're just going to say Absol. I'm going to save it as a character file because these are characters in the game. So I just want to make sure that it is easily importable and that they can be actual characters. So we're going to save as. And now we're going to look over and go to our document folder. So we're going to go and look to see where this, see where our new file is. As we do see that we have the character file. And so now we're going to exit out of this, move this a little bit over, and we are just going to drag and drop this to the recycle bin. No need for that anymore. So what we are going to do is we're going to go back in Showdown. We are going to delete all these mons. And we are going to add some better options. So we have Mega-Dino, which is a much better option Camera Up Mega, Meganium, just obviously better megas that can actually take a hit and deal sufficient enough damage. Audino has much more reliable bulk to set up with. Camera Up does have sheer force, which can punch holes, and the Meganium is just a superior mod in general. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on mega-absol and its usage in the Draft League format in the comments down below. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. It does help out the channel. And please donate to my Patreon, and make sure to sign that petition that I had in the last video. That is very crucial to the success of my channel and the growing of my message. So thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.